What's up, Wargamers? Welcome back to World of Wargaming. Thank you for stopping back by to hang out and roll some dice, punch some stuff in the face, and hopefully have a good time. Today, we're going to be playing some more Rain and Hail from Adam Loper over at Tabletop Minions and Vince Venturella, along with, or not along with, but more specifically, we're going to be playing Mission 4 from the Oculus Spear. All these games, books available on the War Game Vault. Check them out if you think the game looks fun. I enjoy the game a great deal, as I've said before. You've heard me say it. You're going to hear me say it some more probably if you stick around, because I enjoy this game. It's simple, it's bloody, it's fun. Now, I can talk at great lengths about how much I love this game, but that's not what we're here for. However, if that's something you would like to be around, let me know in the comments. I can flap my jaws with the best of them about very little for extended periods of time. But again, that's not why we're here today. We're here to roll dice today. So let's take a look at the board. Let's take a look at the few terrain rules that got rolled. They are minimal. And let's take a look at the models that we're going to be using and the deployment.
You have learned that the Oculus Spear draws great power from consuming raw soul essence harvested at the moment of slaying. With each investiture of power, your ability to see the future grows, and slowly the horizon is coming into view. The city of Javek is almost within your vision, though it remains painfully unclear. You need more souls, more powerful souls, if you are to unleash the true potential of the Oculus Spear. If you are to truly harness the power of the Oculus Spear and reveal your destination, then you will have to imbue the spear with the essence of a particularly potent and ancient demon, one who may have the essence of the old Directorate amongst their being. Such a creature is not easily defeated. After much time searching and fighting your way through lesser creatures, you have arrived at the realm of the Lord of Flames, a creature powerful and dangerous. But you'll need this creature's essence if you are to unlock the true power of the Oculus Spear.
Game lasts 5 rounds. You are victorious if at any point in the game all of the enemy demons are slain, or if at the end of round 5 you or your ally and you in a co-op game have any remaining demons and the Lord of Flame has been slain. If neither of these are true, the game is a defeat and you have lost. I made a little snafu here with this. I don't want to say too much, but I make a snafu here, but it wouldn't have affected the overall outcome. So it'll be okay. I promise to do better.
This is the board that we're going to be playing on. Now, I know that it's supposed to be lava in these pools, but these are the pools that I have. So we're going to say that they are hot springs, and the water is super, super, super heated because of these flame demons that we're going to be fighting today. So lava pools in this scenario follow the same rules as always. If you walk through it on a 5-up, you take some damage. In addition to that, for this scenario, the lava pools at the end of the round, on a 5-up, they roll a dice for every demon within 6 that's not one of the flame minions or the flame lord. And on a 5-up, they'll take 2 damage. We rolled crags on the said roll for light terrain, so we rolled crags and of course rolled all 3 with this one. Same as if you saw the last video. The very bottom level here is not part of the crag. The actual impassable part is just this rock cluster that sits on top. Rolled 2 ruins. Nothing major with them. Nothing, they rolled as just standard normal ruins. And that pretty much sums everything up. So let's get some models on the board and let's get to rolling some dice. Okay, we are set up and ready to go. We've got 3 groups of the fire minions, the flame minions, and our Lord of Fire deployed in the very, very middle of the board. I'm deployed into this corner, and I tried to deploy back in my zone as far as I could because I don't want them to be able to get the first lick on me. I want to have to pull them towards me, and then I can move into them selectively, because when these things die, they blow up. And when they blow up, it chains out, and it's gross. Gross, or just, it's super scary. But that's what we're here for. So, let's get into this with some initiative rolls. Initiative. So not the most monumental of rolls. 3 10s, 2 9s, a 6, and a 3. Demons here will activate on 10, 7, 4, and then the Lord of Flame will always activate on 1. As always, so I'll be the Pop-Tart dice. That's a tied roll. Do it again. I'll take it. 2 is... I'll take it. That's a win, so it'll be Infernus Cabal, first activation. So these flame minions are not particularly beefy. So I think my plan here is I'm going to push Baku up. He's kind of chunky. They don't hit very hard. Their combat is very, very low, so it's a good chance that, you know, he's got a fair chance of surviving. He's not going to get blown out by like 6 or 7 combat dice at once. So I'm going to move him up and try to pull them into me just a little. Ending up right here. He was able to get so far. Normally he would be a movement 4, but because of that title that he earned last game in the campaign, first to fall, he's Baku the first to fall. So that means on his first activation he gets an extra 3 inches of movement. First flame minion will move up its 5 because I'm within 5 with Baku, and it will make an attack. So I was wrong. They do have combat 6, but they can't use combat styles. So 6 on 4, looking for 2s. 1 fail. 5 looking for 6s to block. Block 1. Take 4. Down to 10. Now for these other 2, they are not within 5 inches of me. So they will just move forward, because whenever possible, they will try to stay within 2 inches of another flame minion. So both of these that are closest to the enemy demons will activate next, and they will just move up to join their friend. Ending up right there. For my next activation on 10, I'm going to move Kirito, and I'm going to charge this one, but I'm going to try to stay at the very edge of an inch to try to put as much buffer as I can between myself and these others for when things start popping off. All right, he's combat 6, 1 for the charge on 6, looking for 2s. Oh, that's not great. 4 successes. I want very much for this demon to fail all of these rolls. They do not. That is a success. So 3 damage, and the demon will go to... For my next 10, I'm going to charge Kirito into that demon again, keeping him at the edge of that inch that I have to be within to strike. Same 7 on 6s, looking for 2s. Looking for 6s. So it does block 1, but that's not enough to save it when it's at 1 health. So that will be a dead demon. Now, when they die, a few things happen. First off, I need to check to see if I get a soul dice. So with these, they don't give it out like normal. It's on a 4 up. So 4. So I do get a soul dice. It's going to be a 1. I'll take it. All right. So when that demon dies, it deals 2 damage to everything within 2 inches, except for the Lord of Flame, who is immune, but also not within 2 inches right now. So not a big deal. Not worried about him. So that's going to be 2 here to Okina, here to Kirito, 2 to Baku, but also 2 to these other 2 flame minions. Next up will be me again on 9. And after a little bit of debate, I think that I'm going to bring Shoko up and around this way on a little bit of a flanking maneuver. I want to keep at least a few people away from those lava pools at the end of the round, and I really want him to be the one to kill the Lord of Flame so that I can get a cool title and a little bit of a buff for him. Landing right there, kind of peeking around that corner from behind the crag. I'm up again on 9. I'm going to go ahead and push Kenshin up this way through the valley towards the center. Landing right there. And next up will be a flight of demons on 7. It'll be these because they are closest to an enemy, but they're not going to be able to make it to do anything. So all 3 will just move 5 towards Kenshin. Potentially against my better judgment, I'm going to charge Hamori into there with his whopping 8 inches of movement and see what happens. Gonna use his reliquary to make it a 6 on a 5 because his tentacle beastness drops the flame minions to a 5. That was cocked on the table. So we're looking for 2s there, all hit.
That was a failed block roll, so they're taking all that damage.
So first thing, let's see if I get a soul dice. I do. It's a 2. So that demon will then deal 2 damage to all around. He was right here, which is gonna hit all of these guys again. So everybody in this ring is gonna take 2 damage from him, and this demon also takes 2 damage, so he pops, and this one will only be able to hit these 2 with his explosion. Next up on 4 will be this group of flame minions moving their way through that steam pit, that hot spring, towards the party, or towards the Cabal. My last activation will be on 3, and it's going to be to move Emma up this way, but to stay outside of 6 of that first pool right Whatever, changed my mind, gonna go this way and beeline it, because as soon as I kill that Lord of Flame game ends, I don't necessarily have to deal with these things. This just occurred to me. And the last activation for the demons will be the Lord of Flame, who will fly away from the enemy Cabal with a movement of 8 inches, which is going to land him pretty close to the middle of this hot spring. Ending his move right there, eyeballing the Cabal that has had the audacity to come into his terrain and cause trouble. How dare we? Okay, time for the geysers to go off. End of the round. So this one is going to be in range of all of these. So let's get through that. Right around the ring this way. So for Baku, he's safe. For Hamori, he's going to take 2 damage. For Kirito, safe. For Okina, safe. For Emma, safe. For Kenshin, safe. Now, this pool is going to be in range to hit Emma and Kenshin. So for Emma, safe. And for Kenshin, safe. So that wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. This is end of round 1. Initiative. Ended on a pretty subpar roll. But I do get at least 1 activation before the enemy, so that's something, I guess. So with my 12, I think my plan is going to be to move Kenshin, or to charge to here, to pull those demons this way. When the demons activate, these will activate first because they're within an inch, and then I can maybe push through the middle with Emma and some other people and try to pull these over this way and just split the forces and then hammer down the middle is the game plan. As always, best laid plans tend to fall to caca at the first sight of the enemy. So we'll see what happens. But activation 1 on 12 for the Infernus Arbitus Infernus. I can't even say the name of my own team. Why did I have to name it something so complex? Because I'm extra. Charging to here, making sure to not actually go in the lava pool. I don't want to take any extra risks. +1 for the charge. Looking for 2s. No need to reroll for being a spine. With combat 6. Blocks 1. That is still enough to make a dead demon. Pluck. So with that demon bursting, Kenshin, as well as these 2 flame minions, are going to take 2 damage, bringing Kenshin down to 5. These demons are now closest to an enemy, so they will activate next on 10. Figured I'd go ahead and move them both. Get them there, so because they're both just going to move and attack. 6 on 6, looking for 3s. 4 misses. I'm going to use a soul dice. No, I'm not. So 3 successes. No blocks, so I'll take 3 damage there, down to 2. I also need to make a roll to see if I get a soul dice from that demon that Kenshin killed. I do not. Second demon, 6s on 6s, same thing, looking for 3s. Lots of them. I'm going to use some soul dice here. I'm going to use all 3 of my soul dice to make these into 1s and 2s. So there's only 1 damage coming in. Let's see if I can block that with combat 6. I cannot, but I'm not dead. I am, however, down 2. Bringing it to my activation on 9. I'm going to activate Baku and move him this way. Move his 4 inches that way, and when he activates, he will heal up 2 to 6. Next activation is me on 8, and I'm going to take Emma right up the gut. And just so we're clear, I'm curving and walking between the pools, not through the pool. Next up will be this group of demons on 7, and they should be closer to Baku than Emma. Yes, so they will all move this way and probably take Baku out, but we'll see. First demon flying into Baku and swinging 6s on 4s, looking for 2s. 5 successes, 4 6s. Got 1, so he'll take 4, down to 2. Second flame minion will do the same up to my sacrificial lamb. 6 on 4, looking for 2s. 1 miss. 5 successes. I need to pass all of these. Pass 2 of them, however, that is not enough, so Baku will fall. Now, in this situation, I'm fairly certain that this demon will move to strike Emma, even though it will take him outside of being within 2 inches of another flame minion. And I think that because that step is higher in the algorithm order than the step where it says 2 inches apart. If you think or know different, let me know in the comments for future reference. So he is combat 6 on Emma O's combat 8. Currently with the Oculus Spear empowered. So he'll be looking for 4s. Gets a few. 4 successes. Combat 8 for Emma, looking for 6s. Getting none, so taking 4 damage. Down to 10. Okay, for me on 6, Homori is going to combat skirmish up this flank. Moving 6 to stop and attack this guy. 4 on 5 with his debuff, looking for 4s. 3 successes, looking for 6s to block. No blocks. 3 damage, taking that demon to 1. And finishing his skirmish right here. Getting eyes on that Lord of Flame. So at this point, the only thing I have left are 1s, and the Lord of Flame activates on 1, so that'll be a high roll. Tie. Tie. I will have the initiative on 1. And I'm going to push Akina through the hot spring towards the Lord of Flame and hope he survives. He'll take damage from the lava. Oh, he's safe. Whew. Lord of Flame's rule says he's just going to sit here, use focus combat, and watch them coming down the field at him. Kirito's going to come this way. Shoko's going to come up and around that way. So, correction. He's going to charge this flame. 6 with the charge bonus, looking for 2s. 1 fail. 6s. 1 pass. 5 damage. That'll be a dead demon. On a 4-up, I'll get a soul dice. I do not. From this one, I will take 2 damage here.
he is just outside. He was just outside of 2 inches, so no damage there. However, that 2 damage will pop this one and trigger 2 damage here and 2 damage there. So that's 4 damage to Kirito and 2 damage total to Homori. Bringing us to the end of round 2. We got to make some lava, some hot spring geyser rolls. I'm not excited about this, but it is what it is. So, starting with Homori. Ooh, 2 damage. That will kill Homori. Safe. For Okina in the pool. Safe. For Emma. Safe. For Kenshin. Ooh, 2 damage. That will kill Kenshin. For Shoko. Safe. All right, initiative. Oh, this has been bloody. So I have 4 members of my cabal still alive. I have an 11, so I can activate before the flame demons. And I'm going to activate with Emma. And she's going to combat skirmish, but her attack is going to be onto the Lord of Flame, because her 8 inches of movement will get her there. Now, moving into that, of course, I have to take a lava pool test. I gotta look at how much damage this is. That is 3 damage for failing that. So bringing her down to 7. Okay, so right now Emma is combat 11. Because base 6 plus 2 for the Oculus Spear, plus 3 for being a zealot because she's fighting a leader, makes 11. Looking for 2s. Oh, that went everywhere. And then that. So 1 miss. So there is potential to outright kill this Lord of Flame right now, and that would be lovely. So I couldn't have killed him, but I can put a hurting on him here. So no successes. Sweet. So that means 10 damage. If that last dice had been a success, he would be dead right now. As it is, that Lord of Flame goes to 1 health remaining. We both have activations on 10, so high roll. Flame demons will activate. This one is obviously going to move to fight Okina. Combat 6 on 6, looking for 3s. All right, a few misses. 3 successes. 6 looking for 6s. All right, block 2 of them. Take 1. That's a good combat. Okina down to 5. Last 2 remaining flame demons are both within range of Shoko, so they'll both be moving to attack. Demons 6 on 8, looking for 4s. Pretty good roll. 4 successes. Looking for 6s. 1 block. Taking down to 9. Second demon swinging. Looking for 4s. I will take that. 2 successes. Combat 8 looking for 6s. No blocks, but only 2 damage, bringing me to 7. Wherever that is on a regular D20. Technically, my 10 should have interrupted those demons, but whatever. I don't care. I'm just going to move Kirito up 6. That way I don't have to back up and redo any of the board state or anything like that. Next up for me will be Shoko, who's going to combat skirmish and move away. Combat 8 on 6, looking for 2s. I can re-roll this because they are under the amount. So that'll be 8 successes. Allow me to clarify that and say that a little bit better. As an executioner demon, he can re-roll up to, or any dice if the target is at 4 HP or less, which they always are. So looking for 6s to block here. No blocks. That's a dead demon. And I'm going to use my once per game judge's ability to turn off their special ability to blow up. So this one will die. Actually, no. This one will die, but won't pop and kill this one. So I'm not going to take any damage back from that. And then I'm going to take my 5-inch movement that way. That way. Last activation is going to be, or last activation for me anyways, is going to be Okina, who's also going to combat skirmish, hit this flame minion, and move that way towards the big fight. See if I get a soul dice. I do not. So Okina is 6s on 6s here, hitting on 3s. Miss 2, 4 6s. Oh, miss 3. 3 6s to block. 1 block. Demon take skedaddle over this way. So the Lord of Flame is combat 7, and he'll use focus combat,
making him an 8, which ties him to Emma. So he'll be looking for 3s. Really hoping he doesn't roll a bunch of 6s here. All right, just 1 6. And these are misses. Okay, so that 6 will deal an automatic 1 damage to every demon within 3. So that'll be 1 damage to her to 6, with 6 damage coming in, looking for 6s. Okay, getting 1 6. I'm going to use the Oculus Spear's ability here to make 3 of these other ones 6s. Blocking 4 of that damage and taking 2, bringing her down to 4. It's to geyser time. So starting with Kirito, safe. Then Okina, who is equal distance or between 2 of the lava pools. So for the first one, safe. For the second one, ooh, that'll be 2 damage. Bringing him to 3. This is also within range of 2 pools, both the one that she's in as well as this one right here. So for the one she's in, safe. For the other one, not safe. Bringing her down to 2 for Shoko, who's within range of that pool. Safe. 4 of me left. Initiative. Yes. So obviously with that 12, we are going to activate Emma and just try to outright end this right now at the start of round. This will again be combat. No, it'll be more. Wait a second. It is more here because here she can do a focused combat attack. So this will be combat 12 on 7. Looking for 2s. I can make one of these a 6. Not that it matters, but I'm going to do it anyways for dramatic effect. So I'm going to roll the dice here, but there is no way for that Lord of Flame to survive with combat 7 and 1 health for 6s. Nothing. That, my friends, is a dead demon and a victorious scenario.
As the Oculus Spear drinks deeply of the Lord of Flame, you feel its power grow tenfold. Your mind fills with whispers of demons from ages past, and you see a vision of the fabled city of Javek, the shrine of the treasures of the Directorate. The city lies between 2 vast cliffs, with each double in toward each other, creating a crescent claw of rock that halos the city. Your mind sees through time as the ravages of the endless chaos have ground the city down to little more than ruin. Most importantly, you see exactly where the remains of the city can be found today, and with it, your ultimate destiny.
Okay, so that was super bloody. That was brutal. That was a lot of casualties. That was a lot of members of the Cabal that were very, very, very close to being wiped out. That was brutal and awesome. And I'm really, really happy that I was able to end it when I did, before any more havoc got to be wreaked upon me by their exploding fireball nonsense. That was, whew. Okay, anyways, we're going to get into some post-game here, and first thing in that is going to be casualty rolls for our friends right here. And I do not have any soul dice after the end of that game, so whatever I roll here, I am stuck with. 10. No effect. Cool, so that was for Baku. For Hamori, it's 15. No effect. Okay, for Kenshin, 11, 8 is 19. Twisted, I move life. I choose move, life, or combat and reduce it by 1. Then choose a different stat and increase it by 1. Okay, That's not too bad. Might be a brash or rash maneuver here, but I'm going to choose to lower his life by 1 and increase his combat by 1 to make him a little bit more of a threat. On to the reward table where I was victorious in a campaign game, so I get to roll. Oh, I just hucked the dice all the way across the room because I apparently don't know how to roll dice in a tray. Getting a 9. Roll once on the essence table. I'll take it. That is better than no result. Okay, on the essence table. Getting a 17. Essence of Luck. Once per battle, the demon may choose to replace any one dice they roll as part of a combat roll with a 6. So I could use that once per game for the attack or the defense roll. Give me a minute, I'm going to sort out who to give that to. So I've decided to give that to Shoko just to beef him up a little bit more. Still not going to call anybody. Nobody's going to get a title this game. However, Emma does crawl a little bit closer to maybe getting the title for killing enemy leaders. We'll work out some advancements. I think I might get some evolutions this game on some of my minion team. All right, so advancement wise, Emma leveled up and received. I got to pick an essence from the leader table of essences. I chose Poison Soul, which is whenever my leader makes a combat defense roll, any roll of a natural 6, the attacker will suffer 2 damage. Shoko did not level. Okina and Kirito both leveled up, getting to 8 XP, allowing them to become and evolve into greater demons. And nobody on the back page did anything. They just got their 1 XP because they perished in the course of the game. Last bit of business will be the expedition. So on a 4-up. Oh, it works. To the rewards table. Rolling a 17 for roll once on the relic table. All right. Hey, guys. I need you to be in my favor here, as you have seldom not been over the course of this campaign. Go! 13. No relic found. Shouldn't have said anything. I do, however, still have some souls sitting in the bank. So we're going to drop down to 16 and send out another regular expedition. And hopefully next time we'll dig through the wreckage and find something a little bit more useful. And that, my friends, does it for the last mission of... Or not the last mission, but for the 4th mission of Reign in Hell, the Oculus Spear. The solo and co-op campaign for Reign in Hell.
Thanks so much for tuning in to another Reign in Hell battle report. If you enjoyed the video, consider hitting the like button for me. If you want to see more of this kind of stuff, consider hitting the subscription and the notification bell. That way you get alerts whenever I post new stuff. If you'd like to do even more to support the channel, consider checking out the description below and following us on Instagram, or maybe even signing up to contribute to one of the tiers of our Patreon, because that's really what helps out the most. That's what's going to help upgrade the equipment, buy new models, and help just keep everything going so that it doesn't bankrupt my regular job to do this, because I do enjoy doing it and I want to keep doing it for as long as possible. Most importantly, I want you to know, whether or not you decide to do any of those things, that I'm incredibly grateful that you stopped by and hung out and checked out the content today. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and I hope that the dice are ever in your favor.